Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to Alexis Faye Yoga. I am so very glad that you've decided to join me today. Now, our practice today will be a quick yoga flow to help open the chest, drop the shoulders, and stand a little bit taller. If that sounds good to you, roll out to your mat, hit the like and subscribe buttons down below, and we'll flow right into it. Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to another week of yoga. Be firm, sending that right foot back. Now starting in our Tadasana, our mountain pose, we'll bring the feet so they're underneath of the hips. We'll pick up the shoulders. We'll squeeze them up towards the ears, roll them back, and then slide them down the spine, rotating the palms forward. We'll tuck the hips slightly and draw the chin in as we close the eyes, or allow the vision to be soft as we take a few deep breaths, pressing into our toes. Now with our next in-breath, we'll circle the arms up overhead and reach the fingers towards the ceiling. We'll interlock all fingers but our pointer fingers, which will reach up towards the sky. Now, sending those fingers over towards the left side, we'll send our hip towards the right. So we're getting a nice side stretch here. If you would like, you can even pick up your right foot, take it out in front of the left, and find a moon shape or a C shape with our bodies here in our half moon pose. With an inhale, we'll lift back up through center. If we moved that right foot, we'll bring it back in and reset. Reach those fingers up tall. And then we'll move to the other side. Fingers go over towards our right. Hip goes towards the left. If we'd like to add the left foot, we can reach it out in front of the right leg. Big side body stretch here. And again, with an in-breath, we'll lift back up towards standing. Exhale, we'll drop the elbows alongside the shoulders, cactus pose. We'll take a moment here, squeezing those shoulder blades in together at the spine. We can keep the chest forward, or we can start to find a baby back bend by lifting the chest and sliding the eyes up the wall in front of us. And with our next exhale, we'll bring the chest forward, tuck the hips, drop the arms down, and we'll wiggle them out. With a big breath in, send the arms to the sky. Exhale, we'll drop our right hand towards our upper back. So bringing them in between the shoulder blades here. We'll take our left hand to the top of our right elbow. And we'll gently pull the arm back towards the back body to help us slide that right hand a little further down. Now we want to keep the eyes forward. We're not reaching so far back that we're bringing chin to chest. We're keeping the chest up, keeping the eyes up. We're just adding a little extra stretch. And then we'll very slowly remove our left hand and then bring our right hand down and around. Again, wiggle out. We can roll out the shoulders, shimmy them out. And with an in-breath, we'll send the arms back up. This time we'll bend our left arm, bring the palm towards the back of the neck, towards the shoulder blades, and we'll bring our right hand on top of that elbow. Gently draw the arms back. lift the chest. And with our next in-breath, we'll remove our right hand. And then circle the left around, wiggle out some more. With an in-breath, we'll send both arms back up. Now we can heel-toe the feet out once or twice for a wider stance. With our exhale, we'll hinge from the waist, bowing forward, moving to our forward fold. Take a little time, wiggle out the hips, pedal out the legs. And with our next in-breath, we'll move to our halfway lift, bringing the hands to the shins or to the thighs, reaching forward with the top of the head. Press and grip the earth with the toes. Exhale to fold. We'll nod the head yes, and shake the head no. Do the same with the arms. Let them wiggle loose towards the earth. We'll add a little more bend to the knees, and then we'll start to tuck or roll the pelvis forward. And we'll continue that rolling motion the rest of the way up our spine. Take your time. Our chins will be the very last thing that we lift back up. And then we can roll the shoulders out, back or forward a few times. Now, making our way to the top of our mat. With an in-breath, we'll send the arms up. Exhale, we'll circle the arms all the way around till they meet at the back body. We can interlock the fingers if that's within our practice. We can grab for a towel if that's within our practice, or opposite elbows, or any other variations. We can just hold the arms back here if that is easiest. But if we have found those interlocked fingers, we'll draw the knuckles down towards the floor, lifting the chest slightly. With our exhale, we'll bend through the knees as we start to hinge forward to our forward fold. Option to keep the hands at the low back, drawing the shoulder blades in together and down away from the ears. So down towards the belly button, towards the hips. Or we also have an option to reach our knuckles up towards the ceiling and to fold a little bit deeper here. Now, whichever variation we're in, we'll bring the hands back down to our low back. Roll the shoulders forward, and we'll release our hands down towards the floor. Planting them, we'll step or float our feet back for our plank. We'll shift a little further forward, coming onto our tippy toes. And with an exhale, we'll lower the abdomen all the way down to the floor. We'll untuck the toes, pressing into the tops of the feet. Now we'll pick up our left hand, and we're going to send it out towards the right side of our mat. So that arm is underneath of our chest, the palm is up towards the right. Our arm is perpendicular with our bodies. Now we can soften the chest here. And this is a nice big stretch for that shoulder blade. With an inhale, we'll start to lift the chest up and bring that left hand in. Now for the other side, we'll reverse. Take the right arm over towards the left side of our mat. Palm is up. We'll lower the chest towards that right arm. Inhale to lift back up. Circle the right arm out and around. And we'll kind of do the opposite. So the right arm is straight out towards our side from our right shoulder. We'll drop the front of our right shoulder to the floor. Pressing into our left hand, we'll roll onto our right side. Pick up our left leg and drop the toes down behind the body for a gentle twist. We'll move through honey. Move nice and slowly, rolling back to our mats, bringing the chest all the way back down to the floor before we bring our right hand in and extend our left arm out. Drop the front of the left shoulder down, press into the right hand. We'll roll onto our left side, pick up the right leg, and drop the toes down behind. Like moving through honey again, we'll slowly roll back onto our abdomen, sliding the left hand in underneath of the shoulders. Press through the tops of the feet. Inhale for a cobra pose. Exhale to lower. We'll do our cobra one more time. This time, maybe lift the hands off the mat. Use the core, use the back to lift the upper body. Exhale to lower back down, plant the hands. We'll send the body up and then press the hips back for our down dog. Pedaling out, swivel the hips, wiggle out the legs. Now we'll drop our knees down to the mat, bringing the knees in nice and close to each other, all the way down to the toes. We'll curl back through the spine, tucking the hips forward, dropping chin to chest and the forehead towards the floor. We can keep the hands out in front of the body here, or we can wrap the hands around towards the heels. And with our next inhale, we'll start to lift the body up. So we're on top of the heels, over top of the hips. If this is uncomfortable in your body to sit here, try tucking a blanket right up between the crease of the legs, right behind the knees, or try tucking the toes under. You can even grab a pillow or a block to sit on. Or you can just circle your legs around and find a more comfortable, easy seat in your body today. We'll reach the head up tall. Drop the shoulders away from the ears. We'll take our peace sign, our pointer and middle fingers, of our dominant hand to our chin. Now we're going to press the chin back. So we're pressing back through the back of the head, getting the front of the chin nice and squeezed. And then we'll drop chin to chest. So we have that backward motion before we curl. And we can take our non-dominant hand to the back or top of the head to add a little more pressure here. We can find some baby micro adjustments side to side. We can even try pressing the shoulders back or curling them forward to find the right spot of the neck, upper back, or spine to stretch. Now removing the added pressure from both hands, we'll lift the eyes forward, taking a moment to reset before we drop our left ear towards our left shoulder. We'll bring the head back in line with the spine, and then drop the right ear towards the right shoulder. Inhale to lift the head again. Now circle the arms around the body. We'll interlock our fingers or grab for our towel or other props, other assists here. We'll reach the arms along, and then we'll guide our arms over towards our left hip. So we've got our right arm across our back over towards our side body. And then we'll drop our left ear towards our left shoulder. So we're getting a nice, big, deep stretch up along the right side of our neck. We'll lift the head back in line with the spine again first. Before removing the arms, we'll roll them out a few times, forward and back. And then again, we'll circle the arms around the body towards the low back, interlocking the fingers, reach the arms long. And then we'll guide the arms over towards our right hip. So our left arm is all the way across the body. And then we'll start to drop our right ear towards our right shoulder. Again, big stretch up the side of the neck. You can gently lift the chin or lower the chin to find the right spot to stretch. And we'll lift the head first, and then bring the arms around. Wiggle out some more. And then we'll shift forward into our tabletop pose. With an in-breath, shine the chest forward. Take the eyes up. We'll lower the stomach. And with our exhale, we'll curl through the spine, tucking the hips forward and chin to chest. We'll slide back and forth between our cat-cow poses. And come back to our tabletop again. Now pressing the hands into the earth so we can take the shoulder blades as wide away from each other as we can. And then we'll drop the chest and bring the shoulder blades in together. We'll go back and forth, pressing into the earth, reaching up through the spine. Big space between our scapulas. Then we'll soften the chest towards the earth. Bring those shoulder blades in together. We'll go back and forth at a pace that feels right to you. And back to our tabletop again. Tuck the toes under. We'll send the hips up and back for our down dog. Wiggle out the legs. Swivel out the hips. And then we'll walk the hands a little bit closer in towards the feet. Pause, add a little more bend to the knees, and then really send the hips up and back behind. We'll slide the hands a little closer to the feet. Again, pause. Press up and back through the hips. And we'll just keep repeating this process until we are all the way in our forward fold with our weight in our feet again. Inhale for a halfway lift. Reach forward with the top of the head. Exhale to hinge and fold. We'll nod the head yes. Shake the head no. Do the same with the arms. Let them droop towards the earth. Add a little more bend to the knees. And we'll take even more time this time, rolling our way back up towards standing. The chin will be the last thing we lift, and then we can roll our shoulders up and back a few times. Coming back to our mountain pose, our Tadasana, with our feet underneath of our hips. With our in-breath, we'll squish our ears up towards our shoulder. And with our next exhale, we'll drop the shoulders and press the breath out. We'll do that 2 more times. Big, slow breath in. And a quick breath and drop of the shoulders out. 1 more time. In through the nose. And a sharp breath out. Good. We'll close the eyes. Press into the toes. Reach tall through the top of the head and drop the shoulders a little further away from the ears. We'll tuck the hips forward slightly and draw the shoulders back. And we'll take a little bit of time for gratitude here. Thank yourself for coming to your mat today, for taking this time out of your day to move in a way that feels good, a way that is good for you. To slow your breathing, to allow yourself to be fully present in this moment, and for showing yourself some love today. You can give yourself a mental or a physical hug. And then we can keep our hands open, or we can bring hands to heart center. Thank you so very much for joining me today. It is always such a joy and an honor to spend this time with you. We'll take 1 more deep breath in through the nose. A few more sips of air at the top. And a big open mouth exhale to let it all go. Go in peace. Go in love, go in light, and go throughout the rest of your day with joy.